The Night Agent Season 2 didn't land as well with audiences, and there are some notable points of criticism that can be fixed for Season 3. Netflix has already confirmed that the Night Agent Season 3 is going to happen, meaning Peter, Rose, and Night Action will be returning for another adventure soon. That said, Season 3 could be a pivotal moment for the action thriller after the mixed response to the sophomore run. The Night Agent Season 1's audience score was a solid 78%, while Season 2's dipped all the way to 37%, suggesting a need for change. The Night Agent Season 2's cast primarily only saw two returning characters, Gabriel Barso's Peter Sutherland and Lucianne Buchanan's Rose Larkin. Peter, now a full-on night agent, begins the season on a botched operation in Bangkok, where he was meant to prevent a sale of classified information pertaining to a deadly toxic weapons operation named Foxglove. After the mission goes awry, Peter and Rose spend Season 2 following the information's trail, eventually preventing a terrorist attack on the UN building in the Night Agent Season 2 ending. 5. Rose needs to join Night Action as a proper agent. Rose can be trained in the time gap between seasons. Rose was a fantastic character in the Night Agent Season 1, with her chemistry with Peter allowing for a compelling romantic subplot that was directly tied to the central narrative. In Season 2, however, Rose felt more adjacent to the story, with her most enjoyable contribution being in her developing friendship with Noor. The main issue with Rose in Season 2 was that her partaking in Night Action's missions seemed incredibly far-fetched and dangerous for anyone involved. In Season 1, Rose was part of the mission by default because her life was at risk. The ideal solution seems to be to have her trained as a night agent. Season 3 could easily pull off a time jump, allowing for her to have spent a year or two training while Peter is undercover, working for Jacob Monroe. This would also allow for a fresh plot concept in Season 3, as both of them would be working on opposite sides, at least at the start. 4. The Night Agent's characters need to be consistent. The Night Agent needs to be partially believable. Sorry, but Noor has every right to be mad at Peter and Rose in The Night Agent Season 2. Consistency is a major issue in The Night Agent Season 2. Whether it's Rose, Peter, or Catherine, all the central protagonists in the series flip-flop constantly in their decision-making. In every other episode, a character will go from wanting to be on the mission to not, or from trusting their partners to wanting to work alone. Without the source material, Season 2 lacked some of the tangible character growth that Season 1 allowed for in adapting the book. Season 3 needs its characters to act much more organically. Night Action needs to be somewhat grounded. Night Action was unbelievable in Season 2. Berto Colon as Solomon aiming a gun at Amanda Warren's Catherine in The Night Agent Season 2 Episode 9. Night Action isn't a real organization, and it can be a challenge to make something like this seem believable. After all, Peter began the series as an agent whose job was to sit in a basement monitoring a telephone. The Night Agent Season 2 made Night Action feel like a disorganized circus, totally dismantling the authenticity of this team seeming like an elite unit. Not only was Peter vastly underqualified for the situations he was in, but he continuously got away unpunished after going rogue. The organization needs to be somewhat believable for audiences to follow it. Peter needs a proper character arc. Peter's emotional journey wasn't engaging. The Night Agent Season 2 explored the idea of Peter taking action despite having unresolved trauma from the events of Season 1. However, he's not a man who seems traumatized. The effects of his trauma only seemed to damage his judgment and common sense. He felt like a shell of himself in Season 2, and it was because he was a vessel for events and not an actual character experiencing any internal conflict. Peter and, by extension, Rose are the core of this show, and Season 3 needs to be focused on them, not just the mission. The Night Agent Season 2 needs a memorable villain. The Ballas were too predictable. Victor Bala the Night Agent. The Bala crime family wasn't terrible in The Night Agent Season 2, but there wasn't anything particularly unique about any of the three characters we met. The paradigm between Victor, Tomas, and Marcus has been done in so many films and TV series of this genre that it resulted in a plotline that was predictable and unfulfilling. Season 3 needs to have villain threats that prompt the heroes on an emotional level, and Jacob Monroe could be the perfect candidate.